Okay. So at any rate, this will be on the Rolento matchup. So this one I'm actually not flying into as blind as I was for like the last couple of matches because the other night I went online and I found this absolutely awful Rolento player. I'm not going to name his tag because I don't feel like publicly embarrassing him, but I'll just say he was gimmicky beyond belief. Like he was doing like all sorts of stupid stuff. But I realized I didn't know how to punish half that, so therefore it was an issue where I was getting blown up by just ignorance. So I actually went in and learned a little bit about the matchup that so I could at least defeat like the mediocre Rolento players. So I'm going to start today, instead of like going through the buttons initially, I'm actually going to start with the horse shit because this is something that I think everyone needs to know how to counter. How's it going? So, one of the things about Rolento is that he has some stupid shit. I mean, really stupid shit. First of all, he's got these rolls, which apparently they were just dumb in the arcade version that was released right before Ultra officially released in the console, right? The thing about these is that it used to be that the EX version would combo just straight into Ultra 1, which just made it absolutely stupid because Rolento could, just start rolling all over the place. The other thing to know about these rolls is you can whiff them right in front of you, right? So this is the new Blanca ball, in a sense, where you can do stupid shit like this. And if you play online against a bad Rolento player, they're going to be doing this stupid shit. So it's a good idea to know, first of all, how to actually counter this, at least on a basic level. So the first thing to note is that all these are actually negative. They're actually horribly negative. Well, I wouldn't say horribly, but see, the thing is, the pushback kind of makes it annoying. But the thing is, if you block it, you can usually get a sweep punish, right? Although the timing's really annoying, and this is what makes it sort of gimmicky. If you stand block it, you can punish it from just about any range. I haven't found any kind of way you can make that safe. And so this is on the medium rolls, and I think if I double check, I'm pretty sure all the rolls are like that. Crap. Yeah. So, on all the regular rolls, like when I tested it, they're all punishable by sweep if you block them. Like, we'll just double check with the heavier roll, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. Now, the thing is, there are little spacing tricks. Most people don't realize this, like with characters like Blanca, even though their ball pushes them back a certain distance. Let's see, skipping frames. I better not be skipping frames. Even though the ball, theoretically should be punishable all the time, there's actually certain tricks you can do with Blanca where you can make it where it'll bounce back even further than it normally does, and it actually makes it safe against, say, Akuma's Ultra 1. Like, there's actually certain Blanca ball setups that, I'll shout out to Viserius. He was the one who really showed me some of these things when we played at EVO a couple years back, where even if you Ultra 1 it, he'll be able to jump out of it. So there's actually safe ball setups against... Now, I actually found out that these exist too with Rolento. But the thing I've only figured out so far is that it's only safe if Akuma crouch blocks it. If you stand block all these, right, I don't think it pushes them far enough back that you cannot get at least a sweep punish. So, in general, it's a good idea to try to stand block the ball. And just to double check, but I'm pretty sure the EX1 will do the same thing. Yeah. So if you remember to stand block the ball, the pushback is less on it, and so therefore you'll actually be able to get a pretty consistent punish on these things. So that's the first thing to know. The second thing to know is, say if he tries to do this whiff shenanigan, right? So here, let me get... Okay, so I think about that range. So let me do this. First of all, you can actually, if you see the roll coming, it's possible to just hit him out of it. The timing's a little bit annoying though. But one trick you can do to ensure that you either block the ball or you either punish punish the whiff, right? Is just if you stand block, hit the throw button right as he gets to you, right? So like about the time where it should hit, stand up and hit the throw button, right? Because what this will either do, either A, you'll just block it, right? And he'll bounce off of you. Or B, you'll grab him and punish him. Or C, he'll have to tech the throw immediately afterwards because he's recovering. So this is actually a way you can guarantee that you'll be able to get some kind of punish for doing this. The timing takes a little bit of practice, but you can do it. So that's stopping horseshit number 2, right? Another thing, see, I actually have to thank the awful Rolento player that I played because I've learned so much about the Rolento horseshit that now I actually know how to counter all this. That's actually the one benefit of online, is that at least you can go online, figure out just all the dumbest shit that people have figured out, and know how to counter it, so that way you don't get thrown off at a tournament. Okay, so let's see. The next thing is that this move, right? The pogo hop. What I found out is that this thing beats crouching fierce, like just straight up. Like if Rolento jumps at you, does this, it usually stuffs crouching fierce. Like, see, you can you might be able to get it to trade, but in general, it's more likely to beat it, right? But there's an even better counter. There's a way better counter because you know what? This move is horribly unsafe. And by horribly unsafe, I mean you could not make it safe, period. Not on counter hit, not on block. So what you do to get a guaranteed punish on this is you either block it, immediately DP as soon as he hits the ground, right? I mean, even here, like I'll let it hit me, right? Punish, right? And like even if it counter hits, so say I go up for this, let's see if I can get a counter hit. Here, I'll hit this late. Oh yeah, like, against rolls you can hit him with crouching medium kick. I mean, you can hit him out of it, like but like the timing's kind of annoying, and especially like if you're playing online, it can be annoying. So like the thing I found about the throw is that it's a pretty consistent way to do it because you don't have to expose yourself to getting hit. That's one of the things you gotta do against like the the roll on the ground. I mean, like if you try to like crouching medium kick the roll. The throw, on the other hand, so you just have to wait till about the time where it should hit, and then you push the 2 throw buttons, right? And so therefore, you either block it, or if he whiffed it, you throw, right? So it's basically a defensive option select, is what it is. And those things are actually wonderful against like things like that. I mean, I do those all the time against Blanca, and it just blows up online Blanca players because they try to do the whiff shenanigans and stuff like that. You just end up grabbing them, or basically killing all offense that they got. But the other thing also about the pogo hop, right? So getting back to this, is let's say a lot of Rolento players would like to try to do this, and then like just jump forward or something like that. Well, there's actually a very good punish if they want to jump forward. So let's see. You can actually just Ultra 2 it. Now the thing is, there's actually a way Rolento can make this. Let's get started. Fight! Yeah, I mean, like there's probably like there's things you could probably do as a good player. But the main thing is the idea is just to be able to stop the horse shit, right? So if you know that if they try to whiff the ball, you know, where you whiff it right in your face, that's something you can do, right? It's one of these things, if you practice enough against it, you can learn how to deal with it. And at least it forces them to have to try to space it well, which if you can force them to do that, that means they have to think to beat you, right? So they're not just doing stupid horse shit all over the place. Now back to this, right? There is actually a way he can avoid the Ultra 2. Is that if you do it, oops, crap. You can jump back and avoid it. So the Ultra 2 will only punish it if he tries to jump forward off the pogo hop. But you know what punishes all the time? Medium punch DP. So if he does this, medium punch DP, 100% punished no matter what he does. Like I sat in lab for probably about a good 2 hours trying to figure out anything Rolento could do out of that situation. Nothing, because on block, there's so little blocks in on this. See, before he even gets to like hop up, right, before he can even hit another button, he's already getting punished for that. And even on counter hit, you know, the best case scenario for Rolento, medium punch DP will still tag him before he can actually throw out any buttons. So basically, the only time they should ever be doing the pogo hop on you is if you're knocked down. Otherwise, it's a complete gimmick. Like, there's no way this shit works. So that's one thing to keep in mind whenever you're looking at this. Okay, next thing. So, one of the more annoying moves that you will see, especially online Rolentos do, I'll get to that one here in a second, is this one, right? Because there's startup invincibility to when Rolento goes up to the wall. And so it's one of these things, you know, if you're out, you're in his face, you're trying to pressure him, and he does that, you know, he might be able to shoot over your head or something like that. It's annoying. It's really just annoying. But one of the things about this is that there's actually really good punishes for it. So let's say... Fuck, wrong one. Alright, so for starters, right? The easiest way, this is the punish that you can get if you get caught off guard by this. Like, if he does it at an unexpected time, this is just something you can react with. So the first punish is just literally just jump up, jump forward fierce. Now the thing is, I found out if you try to neutral jump this, like neutral jump fierce, sometimes it'll whiff like that and it's really annoying. But if you jump forward fierce and get the right timing, you can get the punish pretty consistently because the fierce angles downward. But let's say you know the other guy's going to do this, right? So right now I'm just looking at the corner situation because it changes a little bit mid-screen, but you can actually still do a lot of this mid-screen. Let's say you know he's going to do this. Let's say you have enough time to prepare for this. I actually found a great punish because the thing is, even though jump forward fierce, it does 100 damage, you know, it ain't bad, and it stops him from doing it. But at the same time, it's not enough to deter him from trying it. You know, like a bad Rolento player is going to keep doing it again and again and again. You know, they're just not going to stop. So the thing is that I actually figured out for Akuma, there's some better punishes. If you jump up like Tatsu, you want to use the light one. I tried the medium and the heavy one. They sometimes hit weird, don't actually hit consistently, so the light one's the most consistent. You jump up, do that. It pops them off, you know, into a juggle state. If you do it just right, you can at least get a DP. But because of the way it hits also, get back down there. There's also something else you can do off that. Oh, fuck. Come on. That works. So, if the Rolento player wants to try to go off the wall against you, there's an option. So, say I'm pressuring him in the corner. Minimum is DP. Sometimes you have to like judge based off the height. You have to hit the Tatsu going down, like as Akuma's coming down out of his jump arc, in order to get the Ultra 2. But you can always get the DP. The DP like is pretty consistent. But if you know that he's going to go off the wall, yeah, see, like the Ultra 2 takes some judgment, so you have to practice this a little bit to try to get it. But it is possible to do that. Yeah, I mean, cross-up Ultra 2 works on some characters, it's just not consistent. But see, in this case, because we're popping them out of the air, this works, like, almost every single time. Like, if you recognize that you hit it right, let's see. Mid-screen, you can still do stuff like this, but it's a little bit harder, because here's the thing. You've got to start walking forward right as he does it, in order to be able to pop him. But this stuff does work. If you let him get off the wall, you have to deal with like the resulting attack. So the timing is the key here, but there is like pretty consistent ways to. Let's see. Hey, Daft Mark. So that's something you can do pretty consistently. And that's a great way to deter, like, you know, if the Rolento player is refusing to stop and just being an idiot, you just say, okay, well. So you can get Tatsu mid-screen, but here's the key. You already got to be walking forward before he goes off the wall. Mid-screen, I tend to find it's better to go for this because it's a little more consistent. But in the corner, which is probably the main situation, the Rolento player is probably going to try something stupid like this. You can almost jump up and react to it. So that's going to be my ideal punish for that situation. So minimal punish is that. Ideal punish is at least, oops, not jump forward fireball, what the fuck. You know, if you can get up, time the Tatsu properly. Into at least DP, Ultra 2 if it works. So, I think the only other thing I need to cover as far as punishes, right? I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have any invincibility on startup, but let me see. Let me put him in the corner. Alright, let's see. Let me time this better so I can... Okay. Yeah, you can hit him out of that. Although I think like his hitbox drops really low. Like you can see crouching medium punch can sort of whiff. But yeah, so he's not going to be doing that out of like a jab pressure or something like that. But the main thing to take away from this, right, is that Akuma actually has pretty good punishes for almost every single thing that Rolento can do as a reversal. The only other thing I can... that little hop is annoying, but the thing is you can react to punish to that, right? Like you can just hit him out of it as soon as he touches the ground. So basically, as people have already figured out, that Rolento doesn't really have that good of a reversal, right? So the main thing is like meaty pressure. Seems like it's going to be really good. But the thing I do have to double check is obviously his ultras. I mean, I did like Hugo and Poison, but I didn't focus on the scrub tactics as much. The reason I'm focusing on the scrub tactics with Rolento is because they're actually fucking annoying. So now that like we're getting done with the scrub tactics, and see these are actually viable punishes even for like against good players. If the good players want to try using this stuff, this is how you punish it. Make sure that they regret trying to do it. The only other thing I got to check as far as reversals go is his ultras, because actually I haven't figured out how fast those things are just yet. And to do that, I need to switch these characters around. In a second here, I'll actually get into like the more legit stuff of the matchup. So like I'm going to be focusing on normals and how the players should be playing the matchups, not necessarily how they not how the players online are currently playing these matchups. But the thing is, you need to be able to punish all the stupid shit, because if a good player realizes that you don't know how to punish the stupid shit, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do the stupid shit. So that's one of the things you have to know. That, and it's also, it's good if you go to a tournament, you go to a major, and you fight one of these Rolentos, So at any rate, let's see. Let's create a situation, right? I just want a meaty attack. So I want to see if Rolento can actually wake up Ultra. And let's see, what's the command for both his Ultras? Okay, 2 quarter circles forward and kicks and punches. I just realized I forgot to set the dummy to block.
It's the battle of the century. Fight!
I mean, it seems like those punishes should work with just about any character, or at least like the Akuma like Tatsu one that's specific to Akuma. But like, at least seems like jump forward punch or something like that. You can hit him off the wall. Because like Rolento can't do anything before you can actually hit him out of like the Delta escape. So come on. Doesn't he, or does Rolento have? He might have wake up invincibility. Let me try this. No, I'm saying it wrong. Oh, crap. Actually, I think his wake-up timing is different. Okay. That might be fast enough. Does anyone know what the frame data is on that Ultra? Here, let's see. I gotta take a look at this real quick. I should just have my tablet open to like, the frame data just all the time when I'm doing the stream. Here, this will save me some time. Oops, that's Ultra. I mean, that's AE, so I want Ultra. Okay. 12 frames? If it's 12 frames, I should definitely be able to meaty that. So I probably just like screwed up with the meaty timing. Okay, here I got my tablet open to it, so let's see. Oh, they don't have it. Shoot, the SRK one doesn't have it. Seven on both Ultras. So you should be able to meaty that, because if you get it into your active frames, Akuma's jab and low short should recover before those Ultras go active. So here, let's try this again. That wasn't even a good meaty, so let's see.
Let's get started. Fight!
Well, like, Relento's Wake Up doesn't seem like it's very good, but it's kind of gimmicky that if you don't know how to deal with all this shit, you know, it's, you know, it might fuck you up. Alright. So you gotta hold it long enough to make sure it goes through the Ultra animation. Actually, I'm loving the new record feature, or like the new playback feature. It's the one feature in Ultra that's just like, it feels like it's actually really, really awesome. I wish they put this in the game a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like, I mean, if it's 7 frames, that means your meaty timing's gotta be impeccable. But if nothing else, here's the thing, he's got an Ultra to punish it. If all his other stuff is unsafe, you know, or basically you can easily punish it on reaction, he's not going to be able to do, like, wake up with anything consistently. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Okay. So you do have to watch out if you're not careful on your time. If your timing's off with the meaty, you can probably get popped with that. So that's something to keep in mind. Any rate, I think I want to move towards like the next step. Let's go towards talking about buns real quick.
It's the battle of the century. Fight!
So, a few things I've actually figured out already, just having played online against these against Rolento. First thing to note, which is kind of sad in this matchup, is that this bun whiffs. I mean, at the moment, I'm actually leaning towards Ultra 2 because I see a lot of good punishes for Ultra 2. It's like, one can sort of punish like the flip back, but you can punish that like anyways with other things. 2 keeps them from going off the wall. It also allows you to punish the pogo stupidity if someone tries to go for that. Also, let's see. Please tell me it's not dropping frames. Also, on the other hand, you have... Here's the thing. In this version, I'm actually leaning towards saying pick Ultra 2 by default, and then pick Ultra 1 if you need it. Because in this version, I think having the ability to combo an Ultra is going to be more important, as far as because you want to be able to do more raw damage whenever you do get a hit, because there's no guarantee, you know, your Vortex is going to yield the same damage output, right, that it used to. It's still not bad by any means. Like, you can still mix people up with it, but it's just like you're getting it less frequently. So that means being able to deal out the huge damage whenever you do get a hit, I think is going to be important. So my default answer is pick Ultra 2 unless you know that there's a really good use for Ultra 1. In this case, I've already found a few decent options for like using Ultra 2, so that's actually pretty good. So, at any rate, first thing to note, as I was just saying, is that on a crouching Rolento, that whiffs. And I'm pretty sure it's even on hit. So, like, say if I do... Okay, so it does combo if he's already at a hit animation, but if he's neutral, it doesn't. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing to note, Tatsu Sweep doesn't work on him. At least, like, not from, like, any traditional setup. So you're just going for max damage at that point. I think, like, this way actually works from, like, quite a ways away on him. So, like, that's actually a pretty good link right there. Okay, so let's start going into, and this is something I haven't been able to do just yet, is actually start looking at pokes, right? So Rolento actually seems like, in general, he's mostly a poking character, because if you see, like, it seems like he's actually got a pretty good compilation of, like, pokes, right? Like, that seems like it could be decent. That's an anti-air. That seems like it could be really good. So overall, there's just like a lot of really good pokes that it seems like Rolento's got. But we got to see with that. Because it seems Rolento might actually have buttons that out-button Akuma, at least like on the surface level. So let's see. So first button I want to look at, because I think this one could be the most problematic, is this one. So I want to see how crouching medium kick interacts with this one, because sometimes with high buns, you know, their lower hitbox will extend out, and you can hit them with like crouching medium kick if they both go active at the same time. But on the other hand, it's like there's also a lot of standing buns, like say Rose's buns is a good example, where there's like no like hitbox down, you know, down by your feet. So basically, it'll just completely dominate your crouching buttons. If that's the case, you got to play the matchups like way differently. Counter hit. Yeah. Okay, so Akuma can go underneath that from the right range. So if you're standing just outside of the range, and your buns go active at the same time, crouching medium kick beats it. So this is a good spot to beat that bun. And of course, you've always got the option to... Let's see how easy is that whiff. Let's try to whiff punish in that. So you gotta stand about there to whiff punish that, right? But it seems like the best way to counter that is just to preemptively sort of stick out, crouching medium kick right there, buffer into something like that. Actually, I'll have to show you some soft knockdown setups later on. Here, let's see if see how standing fierce works against this. Okay, so it's trading from that range. Is there a range you can? Okay. Damn. Okay, I think it's just trading. Yeah, I don't think you have to stand pretty far out to stand fierce that. So like that's basically the Rolento player shouldn't be thrown out from that range anyways. Okay, next thing. Let's try crouching medium kick. So actually, I think that doesn't really look like it's got all that much range on it. So I think. Yeah, I think Akuma's crouching medium kick outranges that. So, I mean, usually with two buttons like this, if they both go active at the same time, they'll trade, because they're both about the same, you know, if they occupy the same space. So that means the dynamics as far as this goes is usually whoever pushes the button first wins, or whoever like pushes the button really late wins. And what I mean by that is like you either stuff them out of the startup, or you what's it called? Or you just punish the recovery. Like that's usually the way. Like if you have two buttons that occupy the same space, that's how you usually deal with it. So here, let's see. Actually, I think the crouching jab's got more range than that. I think it does. I think that his jab's got more range than his medium kick. So I don't think you really have to worry about much other than just like, oh geez, the range is horrible on that thing. That's really not good. So I don't see Rolento really using that much, but here, let me check something anyway. So let's see what it is on block. Okay. It's punishable at least. Let's see how punishable though. Okay, crouching medium kick. Can you sweep it? So it's kind of looking like -5. Just double check. Yeah, -5 at least. Crouching light kick. That's his crouching light kick. Actually, I think his crouching light kick's almost got as much range as his Actually, yeah, his jab's got way more range in his crouching medium kick. So I think he'd probably be using that before he uses the... Is it me, or is his jab probably got the best range out of like all the crouching buttons? Let's see, how many hits does that do? 7, so that doesn't even combo, just from that range. I mean, there's a lot. Well, you can see like this one he's using his right leg, this one he's using his left leg, so there's visual differences. So it's not too bad. So another button I want to check. I want to see this one, because I have a feeling that's going to be a good... That's probably going to be one of the better pokes. I mean, crouching medium kick, it seems like... I know for a fact... you know, it seems like it's using combos, at least. You know, something like that. So, it seems like that's where he'll probably be using his crouching medium kick. I don't think he'll be using it as a poke as much. At least not from, like, you know, these... It's probably when he gets, like, close in. You know, something like this. Also, I think, like, crouching... Let's see, how many hits does the light Rekka do? 3? Yeah, see, light kick doesn't combo in a Rekka. Whereas, like, medium kick does. There, you know, there might be uses, but it seems like it's a closer in button. It's not going to be a button you're going to be using from the poking range. That seems like a counter poke more than an actual poke. Because, like, look at the range on that thing. Actually, for, like, the hitbox, you know, how it looks, I think, like, half of these buttons don't really hit as far as they look. So the main one I want to check out is this one, because I think that one kind of looks like it should be good against Akuma's buttons. So let's get this timed right. Yeah, so that seems like it's a really good button. Jeez, it can swipe the... Look at that. It can catch the sweep from that far back. So it seems like the way... because this seems like... Yeah, it completely outranges that. So initially it seems like this is a button that you can't fuck with from this range. At least, like, not at the same time. So the way you've got to play it, it looks like is you gotta let it whiff and then punish it. So you want to stand probably about... Here, it'd be nice if Rolento wasn't taking a step back. So fortunately that's his heavy punch, like his crouching heavy punch, so it seems like it should be pretty laggy on whiff. Wow. It actually seems like, because of the range, it's kind of annoying to whiff punish. So you gotta be, like, right there. Right there and standing, I have a feeling. Because I think if you crouch it, you're gonna get hit. So you've got to stand right about here, sweep it. So that seems like the best way to challenge that button. So here, let's see. That range is right about... So about little over a square away. So that button seems like it's going to be the most trouble against Akuma, because that seems to swipe all his low buttons. So it seems like you're gonna have to play to that button. So let's check out a few of his other ones and some of his standing buttons. So like crouch jab, that's a jab. Like I don't think if it doesn't combo in anything. Let's see. I think that's 7 hits. Yeah. So he can buffer it into that, I guess. But that's also unsafe. That really does not have a good hitbox. I've already checked that out. I don't know how good of a poke that is. So let's see. That could be an anti-air. It kind of looks like it should be. Because it's hitting kind of high. Okay, it hits that. But I have a feeling... I think crouching medium kick should be it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying now, start up. Yeah. So, crouching medium kick seems to beat all the standing buttons, which isn't really a shock. Well, except for the one I haven't tested so far, which is stand fierce. Oh, let me see what this thing is on block, by the way, before I go any further. Oh, you can't. It pushes you so far back you can't even whip. The block stun's kind of funky on it. You gotta hit it later than it looks. Actually, here, let's try turbo. The lazy man's way. Okay. So let's try something else. Let's give him. Let's let him block for a long while. I'm gonna see if you can focus one. Focus a hit and dash forward. Oh, duh! I didn't send this tech. Okay, let's try just DPing. Okay, so... But it seems like you're not very advantaged off of the 4-dash. So it seems like you just really get... Here, let me see if you can... You might just be exactly enough for a DP. Which means you might be able to do something like this. But, okay, so that bond actually seems like it's pretty damn good. Like, I don't see any consistent punish for that. Because even if you could get crouching medium kick from that range, you're not getting anything significant off of it. If you can't sweep it, then that means everything else you could do from that range is not going to work. So that bond seems like it's probably a pretty good one against Akuma. So that means, seems like what you need to do is you need to stay outside of the range, try to bait it, and then whiff punish it. That seems like whiff punish it with sweep or something like that. That seems like the best way to do it. The other bind I need to check out, because this one seems like it's got absurd range, is this one. Because if you look at it, this is almost like 2 squares on the trading room floor. Here, I'll put everybody back to the center. Also seems like it's a little laggy, so let's see. Because I think that it does hit twice, but let's see. From this range, though... Okay. So you can safely focus it from that range, because the second hit seems like it's only from about this distance onwards, right? Oh crap, I did it again. Yeah, and the pushback's really absurd on that thing. Okay, but it seems like from this range, about the same range you'd probably want to be, looking out for the crouching fierce punch. It seems like you can safely focus that, because it only hits twice if you're close enough. So, about this range as well. I don't know if you can get anything significant off that. Unless you get like a full focus grip or something like that. Close medium punch, heavy kick tatsu. I don't know. So it seems like that's probably a bun though you're gonna have to worry about a lot. Because the range on that's really good. Let's see how. I want to see how bad it is on block. Doesn't matter how bad it is on block. Akuma's not going to be able to punish that. Not unless you can demon it, and I don't think you can. Because I doubt a normal will be that laggy. Oh crap, come on, Rolento. Well, that might... Well, let's see. Depends on if it's negative enough. I mean, usually stand heavy kick, sometimes it works as a whiff punish, but at the same time, the... Okay, that actually is a punish. I don't think you'll be able to get much more than just like the heavy kick off that, but... Timing's a little bit weird though. It also seems like you have to block that pretty close to do that, so... Again, a Rolento player probably shouldn't be doing it from that range. Yeah, see, even from that, it's kind of iffy. So I don't see punishing that as the main thing I also need to check though is how long does this hitbox stay out there? Crap. Actually, it stays out there a hell long time. So yeah, pretty easy to whiff punish though. So it seems like both the buns Rolento kind of wants to be using in this matchup, at least like as far as like, you know, as far as active poking, you can whiff punish both of them pretty easily on when they whiff. Another thing I need to check is that because it seems like getting a full punish on those two buns is not going to be easy. The only thing I could conceivably see working is like Ultra 1, if by some chance that like the Stand Fierce is like negative enough. But the it seems like the Crouching Fierce, those buns in general, don't really seem like you're going to be able to punish them too much on block. So the way you're going to probably want to approach that is you want to probably you want to aim to make them whiff. So this bun you can try to focus from certain ranges. Also that bun too. I don't think you can cancel that, right? Because yeah, if you can't cancel those buns, then that means focusing becomes a really good option. But you got to do it from about the max range of this. So if you're too close, you get 2 hits on that, and it'll break your focus. So you only want to be doing it against that. So at least initially, it seems like the range you want to stick at is probably about right there, right outside the Crouching Fierce range. It seems like from that range you can deal with both these buttons. It doesn't seem like any of his other buttons are going to be able to do much. But the thing to keep in mind is that these buttons are good enough that they will stuff your pokes if you're not careful. So it's kind of looking like you want to play more of a counter poking game than an actively poking game, or at least like, you know, more hit and run. So like what you want to be doing is something like this, where it's like, you know, you wobble out, you throw out a poke once in a while to keep them honest, keep them from trying to advance forward. But if you stick out too many buns, you know, if you're hitting buns all over the place, it seems like you're going to get just smacked in the face again and again and again. So you want to be more careful about how you throw these things out. So yeah, you got to play more hit and run in the neutral game, at least like as far as this goes. I'm pretty sure as far as fireballs go, Rolento's got good options for that, and like I'll test those here in just a second. But one of the last things to check out is the slide. because this could actually be kind of annoying to start memory from there. Okay. So let's see how punishable it is if you max range it. Wow. That was almost max range. Okay, we'll see how it is if I'm blocking crouching, so. Wow. Okay, that slide is hella negative. You can get some serious punishes on that. So, if you're playing from the range you should be playing at, it seems like that slide should always be punishable. Do you see that? I was getting like the far fierce in that situation. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. So it seems like if you're playing at the right range, that's always punishable. So that's something good to keep in mind. But let's start looking at this on the flip side. So let's see what Rolento can start to do as counter poking.
The curtain is raised on the world's most extreme fighting tournament. Who will walk away victorious?
So we already know Rolento seems like he's got the advantage where he can actively poke in the matchup, but he can't. Doesn't seem like he can go nuts either. Okay. So first thing to obviously note, and I'm sure anyone who's played Rolento or played against Rolento probably knows this already. Is that he's got ways to get around the fireballs. See, but how early does he have to hit this slide? Actually, I might be thinking of Elena as far as the slide goes. But one of the things he can do, and especially once he gets Ultra... Let's see. I just want to see if he can get underneath that with the slide. Because if he can't, then that means you can still throw ground fireballs at least a little bit. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I want to check, because this is the Bison shenanigan, is can you FADC the slide? Doesn't look like you can. Okay. So I know one thing he can do to get around the fireball, though. Say if he's doing this number, he can use the roll to get underneath them. So let's see how late he can do it. Oh, pretty damn late. Like that's almost on reaction to the fireball. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it seems like that was strange. The EX one didn't do it. Yeah, so it seems like he can punish fireballs pretty consistently. The other thing, of course, to know is, of course, that. So he might even be able to do that with Ultra 1. Yeah. So it looks like both of his Ultras can just blow straight through him. Also, his jump arc's also not that floaty. So if you kind of look, right? And let me make sure that Akuma's... I love this playback, or this memory feature. Yeah, he can. His jump arc is falling. Can he have ADC rolls? That's a good question. I don't know. Yes, he can. So that could be kind of annoying. Actually, the thing I need to test here is I got to see how. Actually, now that I know that, I gotta test that, because this could lead to another stupid shenanigan. So if he FADCs the roll, how negative is he?
Training stage. Your destiny will be determined here. Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Okay, so. Okay, let's see if Akuma can punish that. It seems like he's at least -3. Let me make sure that I got the timing right on that. It kind of looks like he's at least -3 on this. Actually, the focus got held for a little bit. Yeah, I mean you can just hit him out of the roll, like that works for. Yeah, it seems like he's negative enough. You should be able to at least get some kind of punish on him. Oh, that's kind of fucking annoying. Okay, so that doesn't work. But his hitbox is kind of annoying. You see that? Let's see how negative. See, that wasn't reversal timing, so. Yeah, so it's only. Seems like only about -3. Because So it seems like you've got to DP that ASAP. And let's check the EX one in case the EX one's got more blocks done. Actually, can you even have ADC the EX? I couldn't. I don't know if you can FADC the EX one. No. Doesn't seem like it, at least. Or like the timing's really strict on it. So, it seems like the regular rolls he's not going to be dashing forward out of that. Let's see if he can punish the backdash. He might be able to. I don't think he goes far enough back. I think you can sweep that. Yeah. You can punish the backdash. Let's see, roll, focus attack 1, backdash. Well, I mean, like, if he does the focus attack in the middle, there's always a gap. So, like, let's say if he does something like this, you can hit him in between that, probably. So yeah. The thing is, so I know it's only about -3, so this might be actually one way you can get a guaranteed punish on this. And this one would only happen, like, you know, towards the end of the round, so this wouldn't be consistent every single. Yeah. Well, but see, here's the thing. It seems like you can punish everything he does out of this. So it's risky for him to try. Also, this seems like a way you can guarantee the punish right here. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? If you... Two of the options you can DP to punish it, right? And the third option, you can sweep it. So you've got to punish... it seems like Super will punish everything. Like, it punishes the backdash. Because I guarantee it'll punish the focus release, and it'll punish the dash forward. So that's... It seems like you've always got a punish option if you got Super, and even without it, you've always got something you can do to punish it. So it seems like evidencing the role is gimmicky. So, like, you know, there's shenanigans he can try to pull with that, but it's still one of those things where... but see, even so, right, just grab or something like that. You know, there's also other 3-frame things you can do. DP is just like one of those options. If nothing else, there's just ways you can... if he dashes forward into you, he's at frame disadvantage, so therefore you can push a button before he does. So if you react fast enough, even if you don't get the punish, you can still basically get the... you know, reverse the situation. So he just dashed forward into a negative situation. Overall, it seems like a dumb idea to be doing that consistently. That's something you might try to do, like, you know, some kind of shenanigan, like roll... red focus or something like that. You know, some kind of stupid shenanigan where you hope it hits, but it's not safe. Like, and that's the main thing to note, is that if it's not safe, then that means, you know, if someone's doing it consistently, you can find a way to punish it. So, you know, there's never, like, one answer to every situation. You're always going to find, like, things that the other guy might be able to do. But the idea is just figure out what you can and can't punish, so that way if he does something consistently, you can consistently blow him up for it, you know. So that way it forces the other guy to have to play solid to try to beat you. Okay. So I want to see something real quick. So if I do... This might actually be used for crouching medium... Fuck, I did it again. Okay. Memory. Oops. Oh, that's right. His EX rec is not like poisons. So there seems like there is a use for the crouching medium kick, but not as an active poke. It seems like a counter poke. Like if you could whiff punish with it. But this is also kind of close. Like, it seems like Rolento could play much further back than this. So this seems, you can see like right here, he can, he's got the range advantage, definitely. So this seems like more something he would do if he was inside of here. You know, if he wanted to try to do something like this. You know, like if he's trying to bait out a button in response. So that seems like there's actually use for that crouching medium kick. Let's see, what other... I'm pretty sure... It seems like the rest of his buttons... Yeah, I mean, that sort of works, but that seems like the damage is so shitty on that, it's not worth it. Let's see. How far away can he actually connect this? Not very far, it seems. Oh yeah, that's terrible right there. So he can sort of counter poke, but it's not like poison where like she can counter poke from like half a screen away. Because his rekkas don't reach that far. And it seems like the medium kick rekkas are probably the best one. Or medium punch. Even that doesn't seem like he can get much from that range. So he's probably going to want to be focusing more on this. Because those buttons seem like they're really good against Akuma. But he's also got to watch out for focus. Because like from max range, that's not an issue. But it seems like all the rest of his buttons don't really have the range, or like at least like the ability to counter poke as easily. So It seems like jab. That's more of a button. It seems like just to annoy the other guy. From this range, at least. Let's see. He doesn't have any command... Oh, yeah, he does have a command move, right? And that's actually... I think that's an overhead, if I remember correctly. But that's one of those annoying moves where, like, he can basically go over like that. But the question is I don't know how punchable that thing is on block. Fortunately, it seems like there's a little bit less to focus on in this matchup, at least as far as like what Rolento can do than like what Poison could do, because obviously Rolento's not a fireball character. Those tend to be easier to analyze the matchup just because it's easier to figure out their poking game. You know what the neutral game's going to be, so it's a little bit more straightforward. Doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to play, but it means that you can at least understand what to do in the matchup a little bit better. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what this thing is on block. Pretty safe, it seems like. Yeah, it's also an overhead. Pretty safe. Unless it's a spacing specific thing, which I don't think it is. That seems pretty safe. Okay. So it seems like that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Because it goes over low attacks and also seems pretty safe. Although you can't hit if he does it late. So let's see. So to get the low invincibility, he's got to kind of do it like right on time. Because it seems like after it's gone active, he's not got a hitbox down there. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so I think I'm starting to figure out at least like most of the neutral game of this matchup. So it seems like what Rolento's going to be wanting to do is he's going to want to abuse his button range, right? Because he's got the active advantage. Doesn't seem like he's going to be doing as much damage from like he can't really buffer these into anything. So like if he wants to try to get any significant damage, he's got to counter poke with that. But that even seems like the range is really specific on that. So like that's not even something I don't think you can do from like footsie range, right? So it seems like, let me make sure he's got no other command normals that I don't know about. Spike rod, trick landing. Let's see, what the fuck is this thing? Oh. What the hell? That could be really annoying. Oh, one move I did forget is that one, right? Obviously he's got no startup invincibility, so... But I think I figured out from like the right ranges you can actually just low profile it. Also, you've got the option to just jump forward, punish it, DP it. It's just a matter of like reacting to it. Also, you know, if he's... Yeah, I mean, it seems like you got a lot of ways to counter that move. It's just a matter of reacting to that one. Okay, so what else do I need to really cover? I don't even really need to cover like safe jumps either, because the funny thing is like his reversals are also slow, that you don't even need like specific safe jump timing. You just need to do something, you know. Oh wow, did you see that? How did I get that to work? Let's see. There might be a timing where... Oh, wow. You can do an ambiguous setup on them. Because I think if you change the timing, I think you land in the front instead of back. Oh, wow. That's going to be so good. He's one of those characters. Wow, he's one of those characters. That's good. Okay. So really, really ambiguous 50-50 right there off a forward throw. Forward dash, hit nothing. Because, like, you don't need frame-specific timing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can get a hit front or back from, like, the same setup. And odds are, like, if you want him to, like, if you want him to delayed wake up. See, here's also another wonderful thing about this, right? See, now I can actually get him to delay wake up by doing this. Let's see, reload. See, if he tries to delay wake up, you know. Let's see. Although if he crouch blocks it, I mean, you could probably still get from like the. You can still get a dive kick or something like that. But yeah, you've got options out of that. But the thing is, a lot of players are probably going to want to stand block it, so that's something to keep in mind. But it seems like from the exact same setup, you can get it to hit. Like, you can get the heavy kick flip to hit both in front and behind. That's ambiguous as shit. All depends on the timing. I'm pretty sure that's safe against, yeah, let's check it against reversals. I doubt he's going to be able to ultra the front setup. You can't even get the back set up, and that seems like it takes longer. No. Can't Ultra 1 it? Let's check Ultra 2. Can't get the back set up. Can't get that. Can't get the forward set up. No, so he's not going to be able to reversal that. Actually, that's the thing about Rolento. He doesn't really have a good get off of me move. Because his reversals all sort of can be punished on reaction. His most annoying one is probably this one. So here. Let's see. Oops. Trying to do it on reversal time is kind of annoying. There we go. Now that's the thing about Rolento. It seems like... See, that's the most annoying one, but you can react to it. You just hit him. I mean, I think you can even get, like... Because none of his actual reversals go active immediately. Yeah, no, he's fucking free on Wake Up. Like, I think Akuma can Vortex the living shit out of him. See, if you do it just right, you can even get stuff like that. Like, his most annoying reversal is the one I showed you earlier, and this is why, like, I spent, like, a little bit of time, like, trying to show you how to punish it. That's the most annoying one because that's the one that takes the most practice to try to learn how to punish. But even then, once you know how to punish it, you do it on reaction. Because you just pop him as soon as he gets off the wall. Mid-screen, it's a little bit harder than, you know, in the corner. In the corner, it's free as fuck. You know, see, I can even do this late. And like I said, if you know he's going to do it, oh, Select Button. Yeah, Select Button recalls the memory. You see, like, even if we do this, right? So let's say... Oh, fuck, wrong one. Keep forgetting his kicks. You know, even if you do that, right? You know, there's still ways to punish it. Just take some practice, though. Actually, it seems like the way you want to do this, because none of his reversals actually hit immediately, or have an Ultra Flash, you just hold forward. That's the option select when you jump in on him. Because if he does the roll back, you know, the little flip, you run forward, you can hit him. If he does the wall dive, you're in the perfect position to hit him. So all you do is just do a jump, hold forward. Unlike every other safe jump in the game, you just hold forward, because otherwise there's going to be a super animation, or it's going to be one of these where if you're holding forward, you can punish it. So that's just about as free as you get. The only option you notice the only option I haven't checked, and I probably should check it, is super. But I don't think that's fast enough. Yeah, look at that. Like, that was, like, horribly timed right there. Although I think I'm gonna have to learn how to punish that one. Yeah, no, Rolento kind of gets messed up on Wake Up. It seems like he can beat the dive kick setup, but... Yeah, I think, like, his Patriot Circle also is slow. Actually, here, I need to check it on Wake Up, though. It's like, there seems like a lot of startups to that one. I think it just gets stuffed. Do you see him flashing yellow, or...? I don't think there's any invincibility on that. No, there's no invincibility on that. So it seems like the only Wake Up he has that can hit you immediately is Super or Ultra. And if that's the case, then that basically means that Rolento has no Wake Up options against you. I think he's even freer than Cody. Like, that's kind of sad. Because I think Cody is, like, horribly free on Wake Up. But at least, like, Cody has the ability to, like, you know, Zonk, Knuckle, FADC. He's got some options. They're not great, but he's got them. Rolento, on the other hand, it seems like you just hold forward, You can either react to his option. Actually, you just react to his options. Like, all of them are reactable, it seems like. Wow, this character's wake up is horrible. That's horrible. I don't even know if that's got invincibility. Let's check it out. I don't think the knife throw's got any. Let's see, what's the command for that? Okay, kick, and then hit it again. So let's try this. Oops, that didn't. Okay, seems like it does, actually. So that could be kind of annoying. But again, you can just... So that's probably the one you're going to have to watch out for the most. Because that seems like it's probably got the most. Let's try this. I want to see if you block this point blank, can you punish that? Yeah, that's new to Ultra. Thanks to this function, you can do that. It totally whiffs on you, though. Alternatively, you can just do that. So, say fuck that. Yeah, I mean, like, the knives just whiff on you. So he can't even attack you out of that. So, like, what he's going to be trying to do with that is hope you don't react to it. Oh wow, you can even just stuff it if you time the... It's not even enough invincibility to actually get out of there, really. Except for here. Oh yeah, you just punish him when he comes back down. So, again, this gimmicky. I mean, if he does wall jump, Ultra 2 is not going to work. So this would be something like, you know, he's going to consistently do this. Actually, there seems like there's even a range where, like... Yeah, so that might not be a good idea. But you can kind of see, if you react fast enough, you can get this. Yeah, again, hold forward. Let's see if, like, if he throws the knives, I don't think he'll hit you. Oops. So let's check my hold forward theory against this. Oops. I don't think you can. Oh my god, his makeup is so bad. Oh, it's so terrible. He's hold forward. He can't hit you. Here's your option select. Hold forward and react to whatever the fuck he does. Wow, his wake up is so bad. Oh yeah, I mean, I know. I've actually already tested that. Like, here, let me flip the rolls around. You can option select like the stand heavy kick. That also works, but you don't need it. I mean, the thing is, you don't even need to do all that. Like, you don't need to option select anything. His wake up is just so bad that you probably can just react to everything. You know, if you train yourself to react to it. So on a jump in, hold forward. That's all you gotta do against him.
Are you ready?
That is so fucking bad. Oh my god. Let's see. Oops, that's not it. How am I getting roundhouse? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think I've already tested this where, like... How did I get that? Is it going Ewok? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that tagged. Like, I was blocking. Actually, on a scale of Cody to Bison, I would say, Rolento is officially the new scale. Now it's on a scale from Rolento to Bison. I've never seen a character with wake up this bad. Not even against Cody or, like, you know, Balrog with like Ultra 2. Can you do this? This is horrendously bad. Worst wake up in the game, as by far. Rolento is the new standard for shitty wake up. So it seems like in this matchup, if Rolento gets knocked down, you don't have to worry about much. You can kind of go nuts on him. No. He's saying, like, on a scale from like Bison to Rolento, as far as like Bison being one of the best wake ups in the game, and Rolento being the worst. That's what he means by like Bison to Rolento, or you know, right? Rolento to Bison. Yeah. So like from worst wake up to best wake up, Rolento is the new scale. He is the worst. I've never seen a character where I can hold forward on their wake up and it punishes all their options. Oh man, that's so bad. I cannot believe how bad that is. You know, like Bison's a character, like you couldn't, like even in AA when you could control like what time he was getting it up, you still couldn't option select or predict everything. You just had to guess what option he was going to go for and like hope he did it. This, on the other hand, the new the new how do you fight against Rolento on wake up? Oh fuck. This is how you fight against Rolento on wake up. See? It's beautiful. That one button right there. Yeah. Okay. So I think I can actually start summarizing this, at least on a surface level. So, as far as the neutral game goes, you've got to play careful against Rolento. So I think Rolento, you're gonna have to play to his buttons while he's standing. You can't throw fireballs. At least, actually, here I haven't tested the air fireballs. Let's see those. So let's say if I jump back, can you actually get a good punish on those? Actually, here, let me.
The battle has begun. Fight!
So he might be able to get a punish on those. Yeah. Also, he can probably... Yeah. So it seems like... Oh yeah, and also I forgot about slide. Okay. So the way you're going to want to play this one, stay away from fireballs. He's got too good of a punish for those. Like, yeah, he can punish him from, like, practically full screen. So don't fireball. He's probably going to want to use Ultra 2 in this matchup, to be honest. I think between the two Ultras, it seems like the better one. So he's going to basically... His neutral game actually seems like it's pretty good against Akuma. Like, even though his wake up is so horrendously bad that you can hold forward against him. I just have to emphasize that because there's never been a character you can just hold forward against on wake up. So it seems like his neutral game is actually pretty good against Akuma. He's actually got good buns against him. But the problem is it doesn't seem like he's going to get enough damage off those. Like, he's going to have to hit you a lot because he can't buffer these into anything. So even though he's got that, like that's only 50 damage. It's not even that much. Slide's punishable from like the ranges you want to be sticking at. It seems like the only button he can really do anything significant into is that, but he's not going to be using that as a poke. That's an anti-air, so... don't forget, that thing's horribly punishable. Punish it every single time, no matter if you get hit or not. And I think... So it seems like he kind of wants to stick to those button, right? Because those two seems like his best options, but those can be focused and those can be whiff punished. So if you stand right about this range as Akuma, that seems like the optimal range. On wake up, he's fucking easy as hell. What else do we got? Now, like, I'm not going to cover too much like the in close game, at least on this video. I care more about the neutral game initially because learning frame traps and stuff like that, that takes a really long time. I kind of picked Ultra 2 in this matchup. If you weren't here earlier, this is what I did. So, if Rolento goes off the wall, there's actually a really amazing punish.
It's the battle of the century. Fight!
So, if you weren't here earlier, so this is just part of the summary. If he tries that, right? You've got multiple ways you can punish that. You just go up to the air, pop him out, and if you actually get it in the right situation, you can even get Ultra 2 off that. But the key is, like, you have to go into training mode and practice timing. So that's why this move is kind of gimmicky. Also, I think you can even just down fierce it, like when he goes off the wall. Yeah. It's like, if you get caught, like, unprepared, that's even an option. But that's the ideal punish. Like, if you get that, I find jumping forward makes it easier. Sometimes the jumping neutral punch can whiff like that. So forward jumping makes it easier. But that's the optimal punish right there. So everything he can do on reversal is punishable. So if you get inside on Rolento, it seems like you can mess him up. Like you keep pressuring him and then just punish any attempt that he has to try to reversal. The only reversals you absolutely have to watch out for is his ultra. This is the only thing that's fast enough to actually like catch anything. Other than that, it seems like this character's got more gimmicks against Akuma than he's actually got solid stuff. So I might be inclined to call this in Akuma's favor, because I don't think Rolento can do much. Also, I think one button I didn't check. Or not do much, but like, basically he's got to control the neutral game. Oh yeah, Sand Roundhouse also. Oh yeah, that makes the matchup even worse. I can connect this from like this far out. Okay, so I'm inclined to call this in Akuma's favor. I think the neutral game's not so bad for Rolento, but I think what's bad for him is that if he gets knocked down, I think Akuma can mess him up. I don't think he's got good reversal options. And also, even things like this, you know, traps like that, I don't think Rolento can do anything about other than Ultra. So if he doesn't have Ultra, you know, all of a sudden, the EX Shaku traps become amazing. So, but the key is, play outside the range, don't stick out too many buttons. So if you're sticking out, if Rolento, as Akuma, you don't want to be poking as much as Rolento is. Instead, what you want to be doing is you want to be trying to bait out a response. So, seems like right about this range. And then sweeping it. So I think that's actually it for this matchup, at least on the my initial impression. So I think Rolento kind of gets beat by Akuma. I did promise I was going to show you guys a few like setups I've been working on. So that, but tell you what, let me restart the stream real quick. I'm going to use the restroom, and also I'm just doing this so that way it breaks up the video into two different sections. So sit tight, I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.